All right, so you clicked on this because you're curious about the Mr. Beast Island Survival Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
But you want more than just like a highlight reel, right?
Right.
You want to know what it was really like for those guys out there.
The behind the scenes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. You see these big flashy videos,
Hmm.
but like what about the day-to-day struggles?
Yeah.
The mental game, all the stuff that doesn't make the final cut.
Yeah.
That's where the real insights are.
Exactly. And we've got like all the source material right here ready to decode everything. From
Everything.
bug bites to Brian the chicken.
Oh, Brian the chicken. We'll get to him. We'll get to him.
Oh, we will.
But first, like, let's set the stage.
Okay.
Your typical viewer sees Mr. Beast, deserted island, survival challenge.
Seems straightforward enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Except the video, it's loaded with humor.
Oh, yeah. Tons of it.
Like constant jokes, shenanigans. It almost makes you forget that they're supposed to be in survival mode.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like they're just messing around.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the genius of it. See, the humor isn't just for laughs. It actually makes the whole thing more captivating
So.
because it's relatable. Like we've all been stuck somewhere boring, right?
Yeah.
Craving a distraction. And so those funny moments, they make the real challenges hit even harder.
You're telling me the transcript mentions this whole thing with a death apple tree? This tree with sap so poisonous it could be deadly.
Oh, wow.
But they're like cracking jokes about it instead of freaking out.
Right.
Which is wild.
There you see the power of editing. Think of it like a magician's trick.
Okay.
The transcript gives us a peek behind the curtain, but the final video,
Right.
that's the polished performance, where all the danger is kind of like downplayed and the entertainment value is way, way up.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But while we're on the topic of things the video doesn't show, can we talk about the bugs?
Oh, the bugs.
I mean, the transcript mentions like constant, relentless bug bites.
Oh, man.
Like Chandler's covered in them. No one can sleep. Sounds miserable.
It does sound miserable. Yeah, we often romanticize survival situations, you know,
yeah.
the beauty, the oneness with nature and all that. But we kind of forget the reality. The transcript really reminds us of the toll it takes, like the physical discomfort, the mental fatigue.
Yeah. And they're out there for days dealing with this. And it's not just bugs. It's like the weather, the limited food.
Oh, yeah.
Like that night hike back from the ruins, lost in the pouring rain, worried about poisonous trees, slipping on those muddy trails.
Oh, no.
The transcript makes it sound terrifying.
Yeah, and that's the thing about survival. It can turn dangerous in an instant.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1 minute you're exploring some ancient ruins.
Right.
The next you're battling the elements, lost and drenched.
Wow.
It really underscores the contrast between the polished video and then that raw, unpredictable reality that they faced.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're stepping right into like an adventure movie, except
With a lot more manufactured drama.
of course, but
Right.
that's where, like the storytellers, that's where they shine.
Yeah.
Like take that flooded shelter, for instance.
Right.
It wasn't just bad luck.
Oh, you think they planned that?
Not necessarily planned, but remember earlier when they were worried about the structure
Right. Right.
that my friend is foreshadowing at its finest.
Yeah.
They plant that seed of doubt. They get you thinking about the possibility.
Okay.
And bam, it happens.
And it happens in the pouring rain, naturally.
Classic,
All right.
right. The rule of three in action. You got the difficult hike, then the rain, and to top it all off, the fear of poisonous sap. Each layer just heightens the tension, keeps the audience on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, even when you know it's probably like amped up for the camera,
Yeah,
it's hard not to get caught up in it.
it's exactly. They're playing with our expectations, right? Using the editing, the music, to elicit a very specific emotional response. It's like a symphony of suspense, very carefully orchestrated to keep us engaged.
And speaking of engagement, remember when they scare Sean back at camp?
Oh, yeah.
After that whole ordeal in the woods, it's like the switch flips. Suddenly they're laughing again. Like,
yeah, it's a perfect example of how even amidst hardship, that humor, that camaraderie can really shine through. It's I think it's actually like a survival mechanism.
okay.
That shared laughter, the inside jokes, it creates this bond. It boosts morale when things get tough.
It also kind of makes you realize, like, these guys aren't just like playing characters for the camera.
Right.
They're friends, you know? They're dealing with this pretty intense situation together.
Precisely. And that human element, that genuine connection, that's what really resonates with viewers.
Yeah.
It reminds us that we all need, someone to lean on it.
Right.
Someone to share a laugh with, especially when we're outside of our comfort zones.
And they're definitely pushing their comfort zones. I mean, by day 6, they're already talking about wanting to go home. And keep in mind, they signed up for this.
They did. It's easy to underestimate, I think, the mental and emotional toll these challenges take on you.
Yeah.
We see the highlights, the triumphs, but that constant discomfort, the lack of sleep, it wears you down. Even for like the most seasoned adventurers, there's a limit.
Totally. And it's interesting how they handle it. Like they don't try to hide their exhaustion or their frustration.
It's all part of it.
Yeah, it becomes part of the story.
Which in a way makes them even more relatable.
Yeah.
It humanizes them,
Right.
They're not these invincible internet personalities anymore.
Yeah, right.
They're just guys trying to make it through a tough situation.
Guys being dudes.
Exactly.
Finding solace in canned cobbler.
Hey, sometimes the simplest things bring the most comfort.
That's true.
It's a good reminder that self-care, that connection, it's essential, no matter the challenge.
Speaking of challenges, we haven't even touched on that weird moment when they realize the water is gone.
Oh, yeah, the disappearing water.
It's so strange.
A true, head scratcher.
It is.
1 minute it's there, the next, it's gone. Poof.
Never to be mentioned again.
Never to be mentioned again.
Did they ever figure out what happened? Did the producers slip them some extra H2O off camera?
We may never know.
We may never know.
And that's kind of the beauty of it,
Yeah.
These little unresolved threads, they keep us guessing, they keep us invested. It's like the creators are almost inviting us to participate in the mystery.
Right.
To come up with our own theories.
I like that.
It adds a whole other, a layer to the viewing experience.
Totally.
Suddenly we're not just, passively watching. We're analyzing, we're speculating, we're trying to, crack the code.
Just a part of the team.
Exactly. And that active engagement,
Yeah.
that desire to dig deeper, that's what makes a deep dive so rewarding. We're not just consuming content, we're dissecting it. We're uncovering all those layers of meaning that are hidden beneath the surface.
Yeah. They're letting us in on it.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
A little bit.
Just enough to make us feel like we're part of the...
Part of the crew.
Yeah, exactly.
And that brings us to, a crucial aspect of this whole experience, I think. The final night bonfire.
Right.
They've endured the worst of it.
They're through it.
They're about to head back to civilization.
Right.
What's the vibe like?
You can practically feel the relief radiating from this transcript.
Right.
Like, they're reminiscing about the good times and the bad times.
Yeah.
Joking about never wanting to see another coconut again.
Totally.
It seems like a cathartic moment.
Oh, yeah. But there's also a sense of accomplishment there, too, right?
Totally.
They faced those challenges head on. They came out the other side.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, they learned a little something about themselves along the way.
Yeah, they're not sugarcoating it either.
No.
It wasn't all sunshine and roses and canned cobbler.
And cobbler.
They were very honest about that.
Right, exactly. And that's what makes it so compelling, I think.
Yeah.
Because even with, all the manufactured drama, even with the knowledge that there's this safety net, always there.
Right.
They still experience genuine hardship.
Yeah.
They still had to dig deep and find a way to endure.
Right. And that brings us back to, I guess, our initial question, what is the real story behind this Mr. Beast Island survival challenge?
Well, on the surface, it's entertainment. Pure and simple, but you look a little closer.
Right.
And you find a story about resilience, about the power of human connection.
Okay.
About the unexpected ways we find meaning in the face of adversity.
All cleverly disguised as a viral video challenge.
Precisely.
Right.
And that, I believe, is the genius of it.
Yeah.
They've managed to tap into something.
Yeah.
Something universal.
Okay.
Something that resonates with us on a deeper level, even if we don't always realize it.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I guess, any final words of wisdom?
Oh, words of wisdom for our listener.
Yeah.
What should they keep in mind as they watch or rewatch this challenge?
I would just encourage them to look beyond the obvious.
Right.
Question what you see. Embrace those unresolved mysteries. And remember that even in the most manufactured environments, genuine human experiences, they can still shine through.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, thank you to everyone for joining us on this deep dive
Yes, thank you.
into the Mr. Beast Island Survival Challenge.
This was fun.
Be sure to check out part 1 and 2 if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.